We have a lot of sunshine from Charlotte to Kannapolis to Monroe to Dallas as we kick off the morning hours. Again, a great day to get outside, but also it feels hot and humid, just like a typical summer like day. So make sure you're staying hydrated. Dew points back in the uncomfortable category, which means mid 60s for most, a few spots in the upper 60s. Just to kind of show you this map, we of course have the legend on the side so you can see what this all means. And it is sticky, muggy, humid, whatever you want to say across the board. No rain to track out there right now, but I am anticipating with a little bit of daytime heating and the moisture we have, a stray shower potential today. So I think the majority of the day looks dry, but mainly in the afternoon, maybe a passing shower or two. Lake forecast looks great. Water temperature is still in the upper 70s and lower 80s. UV index again extreme. I mentioned that a second ago. Lots of sunshine now. Few more clouds passing by this afternoon, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of storm activity, right, to ruin any plans that you have for your Sunday. Now, with that being said, we do have some changes as we enter into Monday. An approaching storm system is going to provide a risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, especially Monday afternoon and evening. So we are encouraging folks to stay weather aware. Now, Monday morning, there will be some passing rain, even a few quick spots of heavy rain, but it's not going to be a Monday morning event. This is primarily in the afternoon. So with the afternoon time frame, we have a lot of daytime heating, a lot of instability, and I am seeing support for some of these storms to become strong to severe, but this is not your typical afternoon summer like thunderstorm. Maybe we'll see a stray severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be a little bit higher than what we typically see. So the timing here is mainly after 4 o'clock, and I think mainly before 8 p.m. Now, this is going to start for areas to our north and west. You can see this here paused at 4-5, up toward portions there of Catawba County, Lincoln County, even Alexander County. Now, some pockets of heavy rain will definitely be a possibility. So in areas that are already really saturated by the rain last week, there is a risk for some localized flooding. But our primary risk here are going to be damaging wind gusts and some large hail possible. Notice by 6-7 o'clock, it is getting closer to the Charlotte metro. So we will be tracking these live for you on WCNC Charlotte during that time period. And if any of these warnings do extend after we're off the air, we will continue to stream right here, Facebook, YouTube, our WCNC Charlotte app as well. Now, closer to the evening time frame, some of these storms will stick around. Again, I do expect the majority of the activity between 4 and 8, but there is a chance that some of these storms will locally linger a little bit longer. Now, again, the risks here are going to be a higher than normal. And what I mean by that is normally we would typically see a normal severe weather risk. A lot of times here in the Carolinas, it's wind gusts because 90% of our severe storm damage does come from localized winds. So right now, let's focus on the right-hand portion of the screen. Everyone under a medium risk of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now, when I see on some of our time frames here with some of the models for tomorrow, I'm starting to see some of that bowing out, some of that comma shape look, and that is indicative of the strong wind. So I think we're right on cue with that. It's the hail risk that I'm a little bit surprised about in the sense of, we don't see a lot of large hail potential here in the Carolinas, but some of these updrafts could be really, really strong. So I do agree with that moderate risk. Again, everyone locally, except for the mountains shaded in that moderate risk, that's the orange coloring. Now that's for 1 inch of hail or larger. Notice the slash marks though. This is what is signified as a significant risk for 2 inches or higher. So I think the hail risk will be a little bit more substantial again than what we normally see. So folks should definitely be aware of that. If you're going to be out on the roadways driving, I'd avoid it if you can, because no one wants to get, their car hit right with a hailstone. I don't think that 1 to 2 inches will do significant damage, but it has in the past. So, and I guess that would classify what you consider significant damage. Mine would be like my car undrivable, but there's definitely a chance that you could get dents, windshield cracks, things like that. Now, last but certainly not least, the tornado risk has lowered a little bit, which I am happy about. I expected this to happen as we got closer to the exact timing and intensity of the storm system, but we're still under a low risk, mainly along and east of I-77, so we're not out of the clear completely. And the way that you should think about that tornado risk shaded in yellow is it's a 2% chance, but that's 2 times higher than a normal day. So that's kind of the risk as we go, area by area. Let's talk timing. And I know these impact graphics really are helpful, when we talk about this. So strong storms are likely. What I mean by that is frequent lightning, heavy rain. But the severe weather risk again transitions mainly in the afternoon and evening time frame. Periods of heavy rainfall, yes. Could that flood grounds that are already saturated? Absolutely. Our highest risk though remains those gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour and over 2-inch hail possible. Tornado risk is low. You will likely see this weather aware symbol a few more times heading into this evening and tomorrow. This is something that the WCNC Charlotte weather team just says to encourage folks to be weather aware, especially if they're going to be out and about. Ways to stay weather aware have multiple ways to get alerts. That can be a WCNC Charlotte mobile app. That can be the wireless emergency alerts on your phone. It can be a NOAA weather radio, keeping your friends and family aware as the risk up toward the Raleigh area is actually even higher tomorrow. You could also, stay tuned, stay updated with, our meteorologist, our team over on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It can also mean, following our team online, streaming our digital app, even downloading it. Let's say if you have a Roku or Amazon Fire, Apple TV, things like that. We do have a WCNC Charlotte streaming app that is completely free. If you already have those things and you connect to the internet. So all of these things, a good way to stay weather aware. And of course, I'm not encouraging people to use their phone while they're driving, but if you are going to be driving at this time and you really can't avoid it, have some way to get alerts. Maybe put, the alerts, on your phone, and put it safely, up on a navigational sticky thing that people use, if you know what I mean. So again, that's mostly tomorrow, but today is still looking great, mostly sunny, a high near 90. And then after Monday's storm potential, we are going to lower those rain chances Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So thankfully, this is not going to be a multi-day event. It is mainly toward Monday. And again, mostly in the afternoon and evening. So strong storms are likely. We know that the storms are going to be strong. It's will they reach that severe weather status? And at this point, I am thinking yes. And I do think they'll be a little bit more impactful than what people are typically used to. So stay safe, stay weather aware for your Monday, but hopefully you're able to get out and enjoy Sunday as it will be a mostly dry and really nice day. Again, a high near 90 and the humidity, it will feel sticky outside. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday. And don't forget to tune in this afternoon for Wake Up Charlotte, or not Wake Up Charlotte, for WCNC Charlotte at 6 and 11. And of course, Larry and Chris will be back giving you updates on the forecast on Wake Up Charlotte starting tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. Have a great rest of your day.